It's time to drop a shell on them. Rain, boogie, farewell, garbage them seeds. We got the nails to seal your coffin. Plus this long hammer guarantees we gon' offer the deal, the sign, the seal. Sonny, the streets talking. Now
Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back.
The Debatable Podcast.
Debatable.
MC War.
The official sport of rap battling.
And the oldest battle league in existence.
Okay.
2002.
Okay.
And right now, Dan, they talking about, what is it, 50 Cent versus Jay-Z versus?
I'm just
Has
saying,
it been announced?
I'm just
is
saying,
it official?
I'm just saying Jay-Z done kicked up the dust, man. Like,
I love it, man. I love it. True competitor.
This dude don't do much, but when he does it, he just shake it all up. He just shake it all up.
He sure does.
The whole thing with the casino thing, and this is complimentary of Irv Gotti's brother. What's his name?
Chris Gotti. Shouts out to Chris Gotti.
Shouts out to Chris Gotti, because he made it clear for me too, because I was like, okay, I didn't understand. So in case I didn't catch it, I'm gonna let y'all know. Shouts out to Chris Gotti. He made it clear, like, yo, look, Jay-Z was actually trying to create a whole new building, build a building. The acquisition that Nas got, it was an actual acquisition that was based on a building that's already existed. So it's already something that's already existing, that's been there before, and he just...
I'm lost. What do you mean? A building? Like, you mean...
casino.
Okay, got it. Okay,
So the structure for the casino was already there.
Got it.
It was named something else previously. Right. So he just attached himself to a good situation. Okay. That was already existing.
Well, yeah. Well, also keep in mind, Nas is working with Resort World on that. Resort World. I don't know if you heard of Resort World.
Well,
huge.
Well, that's the point. That's the
huge.
That's the franchise that they got in the that the building in Queens changed. The existing structure was named something different, and now is Resort World, and he attached himself to that. And then that is that acquisition. Now, when it comes to Jay-Z was actually trying to put a whole new situation together, a whole new infrastructure for a whole new casino, which is two different things. So, you know, when you look at it like that, you know what I mean? It's not like, okay, another Jay-Z versus Nas type thing. It was just a situation where Nas was able to acquire that situation because it was easier. It wasn't nothing it wasn't a new structure.
Yeah.
It already existed.
I agree. I think it was just, you know, the timing, the divine timing, it seemed like, because just like, who said it? The Jim Jones situation, right?
That's the internet.
Ghostface, was it Ghostface saying that? The song that Nas had, right, that it sounded like was dissing Jim Jones, they recorded months ago. You know what I'm talking about? But they dropped it. It happened to just drop.
Right.
It happened to be that it dropped right when the whole situation was going on with Jim Jones. You know what I'm talking about? So same thing with Jay-Z. It just happens to be Jay-Z loses the bid. It's two totally different situations. We know how it is with the city council. We've built new constructions. We went in front of the city council, College Park. It's totally different from going in front of the city council in Atlanta to do an event.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So I just took Queens, and that's Manhattan, right? 42nd Street, right?
Right.
Two totally different areas. So, of course, it was totally unrelated. Decisions were made completely separately.
Right.
And it just became a situation where everybody could leverage it to say that Nas beat you. Because, again, come on, Jay-Z been winning so long. Not only been winning so long, he's super braggadocious.
Yeah. I just wanted to make it clear that one was a new construction, and the other one was already a building already existed. Apples and oranges wasn't the same thing.
Yeah, it definitely was, and then it definitely wasn't. So
you said it.
Yeah, I know, but that was a mistake. I was going in looking, but yeah. So now it wouldn't even be. I mean, I think that of course the one is Nas and Jay-Z, man. That's the one. That's the one. Streaming wise, Nas is like 9 million, close to 10 million monthly.
So you saying 50 don't matter?
I'm just saying.
50 said I ain't ducking no smoke, man. I got hits for days.
I think that would be the legendary classic. But just like you see what they did with Versus, it's going to come down to a couple of things. Because remember they did Big Daddy Kane versus KRS-One. We all know it should have been Big Daddy Kane versus Rakim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, it went Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One.
Right.
So now numbers-wise, the numbers is definitely 50 Cent and Jay-Z, because Nas is 9 million per month. I'm just going off of Spotify monthly listeners.
Right.
Jay-Z is 39 million monthly listeners. So
how much is 50?
42 million. So it's right there. 39 million, 42 million.
And how much is Nas?
9 million. So if you just go off of, because I mean, who's recently listening? So the body of work of Nas in the last couple of years, I thought it was good. It wasn't necessarily commercial though.
Right.
Whereas Jay-Z still was making commercially.
444.
Yeah, he was making. He was putting out work that
Decoded.
people were hearing. You were hearing it on the radio.
Not Decoded.
I'm not saying you were hearing it in multiple markets, like King's Disease. People definitely were streaming it, but were you hearing it on the radio in Atlanta? Were you hearing it in the clubs in LA? You know what I'm saying? But you was hearing Jay-Z's recent work like that. So now, based on that popularity, just hits that people could go to the club. But now let's look at but okay, so because that's what they said about the locks in Dipset. Because now listen, when you go back, you gotta go listen, watch that locks and Dipset situation. Because I even realized that Dipset, that the locks was the underdog. I didn't even realize that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even realize they was the underdog.
Magna Carta. I said Dakota was Magna Carta.
I didn't even realize. But when you watch the locks Dipset in the beginning, the crowd go crazy when Dipset come in. Remember, they called up the locks in them first.
Right.
So they called the locks up first, and the crowd was like, they was already there. So it was like, oh, okay, cool,
Right.
And then when Dipset, it was like a standing ovation.
Right.
When it was over,
yeah,
it was over.
New York.
Yeah, when it was over.
We in New York.
when it was over, the apples and the oranges was set apart. So what I'm saying is I think that could happen with Nas and Jay-Z, but 50 Cent and Jay-Z, I think would probably, because 50 Cent.
I mean, it's a couple. It doesn't end there. So
he gonna sell that joint. Oh man!
I mean, I'm saying the moment is a 50 Cent versus Jay-Z, right?
Right.
What happens is this: the moment is a 50 Cent versus Jay-Z. That means there's a couple of more things to take place, which is Jay-Z and Nas eventually. Because once you do 50 Cent, my man, once you do 50 Cent Jay-Z,
you can't. I don't see it because Jadakiss, he only did twice because he did one as a solo artist with Fabulous. And then he did one as a group.
So you're saying Nas and Jay-Z would never happen?
I mean, we would have to do it. I'm saying if they don't do it, bro, that gives us the opportunity. MC War, brand new content. You get what I'm talking about? Because that's how we do it. It ain't gonna be like you ain't gonna get no old.
We ain't gotta talk about our food, man.
But they know it already.
What we eat don't make them. They know it already. You know what I'm talking about?
But they know it already. But all I know is I don't know if they listening, but I know recently a couple of things we said, Cass started doing exactly what we was talking about. But now look, then I started thinking, because then you forgot about Kanye West. Then you forget about
that's my point.
Forget about Eminem.
But that's why I'm saying, like, the moment that happens, it gives it ability to do a couple of more. But so you can't. Jay-Z can't just get in the ring and do a versus with 50.
He gonna use then he gonna use all his hits. It's a 2 hour, 3 hour show, man. Like, these cats is like, what you gonna? I don't want to hear it again. Like against Eminem, you gonna play the same song. Right. Now that's what the dope thing is. Anything after a versus, just like Jadakiss, he can't do another versus.
Right.
He got a battle now. He got a battle now.
Right.
Is the door closed?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything after a versus, it's a straight battle. You get what I'm talking about? If you want to do it again, so you do a Jay-Z, right? You do a Jay-Z, right? Unless it's the Rock versus, you know what I'm saying? And you can't do the Rock versus what? Who? You know what I mean? Like Dipset, I don't know. Wu-Tang, I don't know. Like, you can't, I mean, and then they ain't even together no more. They ain't even rock with each other. So my point is, I'm just trying to see if Jay-Z got a group that he could affiliate with to do more than one versus. Because
state property.
That's my point. They not going to come back and do all the trash talking they was saying about Jay-Z, how he did them dirty and all of that. That's not happening, man. So what I'm saying is that anything after that will have to be a straight battle. So I hope it's Jay-Z versus 50 Cent so that we could still potentially see a Jay-Z versus Nas. You know what I'm talking about? Where they actually face off with brand new content. That's what we want to see. Now, Eminem is like 70 million. So I'm starting to think like, I don't even want to see Eminem. You know who really got Eminem?
Who?
Kanye West.
You think Kanye West got something for M?
Because see now, remember,
Hold
this
up.
verses.
Hold up.
We not talking about battling. We
Hold
talking
up.
about verses.
Hold up.
We not talking about. Listen, and yes, I know, the Locks carried it closer to a battle, but they still was kicking raps they already knew. Ain't nobody come off the top of the head. Ain't nobody go verse for verse. Ain't nobody spit a rebuttal. Was there a rebuttal?
Nah.
Did anybody spit? Okay,
I'm just saying, based on.
Right.
I'm only talking about the hit, the album.
Based on Spotify.
Based on Spotify.
Guess what the streaming is on Kanye West?
How much?
69 million.
Crazy.
Guess what? 64 million. Guess what the streaming is for Eminem?
What?
70. He right there. And then Kanye or Ye got hits that the new generation can rock with. All races can rock with. Come on now, a Jay-Z, Eminem. You're gonna get a lot of white people to tap in. Once Eminem is on a versus, all the white people tapping in. The numbers are gonna be crazy. Now, the thing is, do they all know the Jay-Z hits? They know some of them. But do they know all his hits? But I think they know Kanye though.
Yeah.
Because Kanye made himself that he's the closest to me, I think he's the closest we're gonna get to a Michael Jackson.
Right.
Y'all be saying Chris Brown.
Who?
And Kanye West.
Ye?
As a black man?
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
He's the closest.
Ye? Hold up.
Yeah. He's the closest, man.
Nah, man.
He's the closest, man. It ain't 50 Cent. Name a singer. Name somebody that's close. I'm just talking about as big, as creative. Yo, you gotta remember, when all said and done, Kanye West's hands was in so many people's success. So many beats he made for people that was their hits. He made their hits. You get what I'm talking about?
I'm not taking nothing away from him. I love Jesus' work.
All I'm saying is,
I love College Dropout.
Right.
I love his body of work. I mean,
all I'm saying is,
I get all that, but I'm just saying, Mike Jackson.
I'm saying
Mike Jackson is a different type of cloth.
Who is the
Prince?
Look, for one, it's harder to have a Michael Jackson in this day and time anyway because of the social media. But if it's gonna be anybody,
I definitely went to Chris Brown.
But if it's gonna be,
my mind went to Chris Brown.
It's not. Okay. Let's see. It's not. It's how? Because let me see, Chris. The reason that's
Chris
not
Brown is close.
because Chris Brown, he don't be trending. Like, remember Michael Jackson to hang his son out the window? He was going viral off of
that wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't.
But that's what Kanye do. Kanye do stuff like that. He do him. Like Chris Brown, he can't even be in the media ever since that whole Rihanna situation.
He went to Japan and shut it down.
Who? Kanye. That's my point. Chris Brown not doing that.
Yeah.
He not doing that. And no shade to Chris Brown. Chris Brown is, come on, he's Chris Brown. All I'm saying is that I don't think we got a bigger artist in this day and time. And look at that, 59 million. His Spotify listeners. All I'm saying is the numbers.
Right.
Kanye West, 5 million more people listening to Kanye West than to Chris Brown every month.
I get it.
So I'm just saying the closest we got to. I'm saying if you're gonna put Eminem on the stage, look. And I do think, and I disagree with Nas on that Jay-Z that he killed you on your own song or whatever.
Right.
That Eminem, when Nas said that about, I liked Jay-Z's verse better. You know what I'm saying? Ashy Knuckles. You know the whole. I could feel, no disrespect. I mean, come on. Eminem is one of the nicest MCs to ever touch the mic. Yet I was able to feel Jay-Z's verse on that song,
right?
When he was talking about, making them think that we don't, that we're not getting money like them. He said a couple of subs that it wasn't necessarily at Eminem, but it was just at the whole entire culture, the Caucasian culture that had been oppressing us. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So
I think you might have hit your point.
But that's my thing. I'm just saying.
There's no debate on that.
I'm just saying because it's
debatable.
I don't want Jay-Z. I don't want Jay-Z to get embarrassed because if he go against Eminem song for song with all them white kids listening, or even black, even Come on, even Africans, even
Hold on.
Chinese,
Are
they
you saying-
listening to.
Are you saying based on
It's
the numbers?
double the numbers.
Based on the numbers,
Yeah.
we are the minority when it comes to the numbers in the United States. Period.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So if it's based on those numbers, then I get it.
I mean, that's my. But yeah, that's what we basing it on, and we basing it on. We basing it on hits.
There's only 40 million
but
of us.
But hits.
There's only 40 million of us in the United States.
It comes down to the numbers.
All right.
Because we already knew that.
All right.
We already know that, even though Eminem is one of the dopest MCs ever,
Right.
there were other dope MCs, but there was never, it was no.
I don't see.
That's what I'm saying. There was other dope MCs as good as Eminem that didn't have the backing.
Right.
They didn't. There was a time nobody wanted to hear no lyricists.
Right.
No black lyricists.
Right.
They wanted to hear you selling drugs.
Right.
They wanted to hear you killing somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what killed
the
KRS-One career.
That's the
You know what I'm
algorithm.
saying? And now that's what got them.
You want to kick knowledge?
Now they got us killing each other because of that. Because
Yeah.
you know what's the perfect example of that?
Yeah.
Common Sense is on Fat Joe and Jada show,
Okay.
right? And Fat Joe was telling a story about him and KRS-One walking down the street in the Bronx.
Right.
And everybody's showing love to KRS-One.
Right.
And when they see Fat Joe, they mean mugging him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, because and you
In that
if,
era.
if that's what you carrying,
You carrying that
like,
criminal mind.
I'm strong like you. I'm a thug like you.
Right,
Like, you know
right,
what?
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? I
right,
ain't
right.
smiling at you.
Right.
You a gangster. Like, I can't
Right.
smile at you. I'm a
Right.
gangster. You a gangster.
How
But I
you
can
want it.
smile at KRS-One because KRS-One trying to get us out of that mentality.
Right.
KRS-One trying to embetter us. Not
Right,
saying
right,
that Fat
right,
Joe
right.
wasn't, but it
Nah,
was
come
what it
on.
was. Man.
You a hyena walking through with hyenas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying KRS-One is not a retired hyena.
Definitely, because I know them old pictures of KRS-One. He was looking
Man,
vicious.
listen,
He was looking vicious.
The homeless
I mean,
KRS-One?
even criminal minded.
Minded.
You've been blinded. Looking for a style like mine, you can't find it.
Mm.
Listen. He was teaching, but he still he felt like it felt real street. Like it felt like real. Like
I told you he used to come across the street from my house at the home at the boys' home. There was a group home across the street from me.
And this way, Flatbush.
Not on
Clarendon.
On Clarendon.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like he used to come like tower, this tall dude. I was a little dude. And I'd be outside and then he'll be come through and give me dap. His whole hand cover my whole arm and everything.
Crazy.
And he'll go across the street. The boys will be playing ball, you know what I'm saying, inside the group home, and he'd be there. He used to go there religiously. You know what I'm saying? I guess just be building with the young guys, you know what I'm saying? They be back there playing ball, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is he would go there religiously. So now as an adult, I'm like, man, this dude was really about that life. Because he could, in the span of your day, you know what I'm saying, during that time, because he had hits. He had hits then.
Yeah, he definitely
You follow what
did.
I'm saying? Then he was that guy then. As a little dude, he had hits then. He didn't have to spend his time at the group home. He was spending his time at the group home.
That's real. That's
like
real.
as an adult thinking about that, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Shouts out to KRS-One, man. That was my favorite rap up into Biggie Smalls. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was I'm saying that was my favorite rapper. And then when Biggie Smalls came, man, it was just like, man, I was just loving everything about, Biggie. But now listen, so now I wanted to compare, there's one more that we didn't put in the mix, but he already took an L.
Took an L?
And that's Drake. So Drake streams more than all of them, right, at 80 million. But we know Drake already lost to Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
So that's already done.
Final.
But guess what? Check this out. So now when we start talking about losses, man, this guy, what happens? You want to sue, you take an L, you sue, and they come back, he get double lawsuits. He got 2 lawsuits.
All from who?
He got group of people suing him, Drake. Now remember, Drake's also, if you don't know the story, Drake sued, UMG, right? Universal Music Group, I believe it was
bots.
Universal.
He said it was the bots.
It was a whole bunch of stuff that he was claiming that they basically pushed Kendrick Lamar. They try to defame him, a defamation suit, right?
Right.
He loses. He's currently appealing it. I think as of 4 days ago, he started the appeal, right? So now, remember, Drake was a part of Stake. Stake was the betting company, and remember they had all, what's the word for it? They all trolled us. Remember they had the, it was a dope play because it was when everybody was kind of looking at Drake like, you're a little bit, you took an L, right?
Right.
And then the drone comes and flies in on Drake while he's at his hotel room.
Right.
And then he shoes off the Drake. He shoes it off.
Shoes it off. He threw a shoe at
And I think when it went to his front of his computer, it was Stake on the computer. But either which way, it was a Stake commercial.
Okay.
Well, now they're suing him because
Stake is suing?
Not him, not Stake, but some people are saying that what's it called? What happened? They're saying that they were promoting illegal fraudulent gambling scheme. So they're not only suing Drake, they're also suing Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is the guy
Name is familiar.
Yeah, he's the guy that interviewed Trump on Kick. He's also the guy that Charleston White had Charleston White on there. Aiden Ross is a big, YouTube streamer.
He owns Kick, right?
He's a big streamer. No, he might have some interest in it, but I don't think he didn't own it when initially launched. Maybe he has some interest now. Who knows? I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so Aiden Ross is basically a streamer, you know what I'm saying? Like a Cassidy, white guy, got really popular. I learned about him with Charleston White when Charleston White did Surviving Aiden Ross.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, and they try to play him either which way. So there's a new lawsuit against rapper Drake who's being sued for allegedly promoting an illegal and fraudulent gambling scheme.
Crazy.
When Drake is not making music, the rap superstar boasts on social media he's making millions through online gambling, right? So this is to promote his partnership with Stake, right?
Right.
So the lawsuit was filed by a Missouri man who claims he lost money on Stake because of deceptive practices by Drake, online influencer Aiden Ross, and Stake. Now,
I ain't gonna hold.
it may not, but the fact is, you getting sued right now. You see how it is, but that's they would call that a what? Frivolous lawsuit. I'm not.
Yeah, anybody gets so you can sue. You can sue a ham sandwich.
But we don't. I don't know. We'll see. The courts gotta the same way that the courts had to make a decision on whether whether we like it or not.
Right.
Whether we think it's whether we think it's wrong or like the whole Diddy situation.
Right.
I don't think Diddy should have went to jail for that.
Nah.
But he went to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
because that's what the courts decided.
Right.
Unfortunately, so now we got to see what the courts decide. Now, check this out. Another lawsuit, but this one is relative to the Spotify. He's named in a lawsuit against Spotify, right? Because they're claiming that Spotify lawsuit against Spotify claims billions of Drake streams were fraudulent.
No, that's the bots. That's the bots. That's the same bots that you went at Lamar with.
Now look. A new class action lawsuit against Spotify.
Not the bots.
Yeah. A new class action lawsuit against Spotify alleges the company has turned a blind eye to mass-scale fraudulent streaming on its platform, and that one musician in particular has been the beneficiary of billions of fake streams.
Come on, man.
Drizzy Drake. And the lawsuit was filed. Man. This is a class action lawsuit.
Class action?
Filed in California District Court on Sunday night with rapper and cousin of Snoop Dogg.
Not cousin.
RBX. Remember RBX?
Nah.
Yeah. Well, he had he had like almost like the Busta Rhymes type flow on Snoop album. He was crazy, man. I got it. I remember the song.
Sound like Lord Have Mercy.
He was the only one that ever I heard from the West Coast in that time frame.
Okay.
During Doggy Style sounding like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, yes, exactly like a Lord Have Mercy.
Okay.
Shouts out to Lord Have Mercy.
Yeah, shouts out to that sound,
in
man.
a long time.
Shouts out to my man Ransom.
Yeah, man. But Ransom ain't got no sound like that. Like Lord Have Mercy? Shouts out to Ransom, Jersey City, but
I like Ransom.
Me too,
but I just want to say,
okay, but that ain't got nothing to do with it.
That's true.
It's his is a
Shouts
more
out to
Styles P, Jadakiss. That's his rhyme style is a more
shouts out to
structured like
to
that.
Last Boy Scouts.
Yeah, what Roger? What's his name?
Roger McNear.
Well, yeah, but what's his other name? The Last Boy Scout. There was another one. That was it.
Yeah.
I could
Rampage.
Come on, man. Okay. So now,
I went to school with him, man.
Shouts out to
PS181,
Rampage.
man.
Shouts out to Rampage. Shouts out to Adolf the Assassin. If we shout out Aguilar, my guy, you know what I'm saying? I got to shout out my guy, Jersey City. Albial, shouts out to Albial. Came up through MC War.
MC War.
Yeah, go watch his first battle. Yeah, so now, so check this out. Dealing with suits, I don't know if they're gonna get sued or not, but man, oh man, because you know right now Cassidy is about to battle Easy to Block Captain. Yeah, right.
Man. So shouts out to that, man.
So no hate, man. Yeah. December 6th, get your pay-per-view, and then right after that, December 13th, Charlie Clips versus Reed Dollaz. Get your pay-per-view, right? Get your tickets. Come see it. Matter of fact, if you're going to participate in Cricket Wireless locations, you get a free ticket to come see the event. We'll make sure we drop a link in the
and dig it though. This is for real, yo, because like having a league is very expensive.
Yeah, that's why we're getting into it.
I'm not even copping the plea or nothing like that. But I am saying, you know, as a not only the owner, but you know,
a member.
Nah,
that's John the Don. I was a member, but hey, man, I done put my mic down some time ago, man. But you never know.
Whoever won,
we can tag team. What? I'm with I think we'd be any league owners. Bring it.
Boss him. Listen. But anyway, like I was saying, right, on a serious note, right? It's expensive, man. If y'all like what we do, you know what I'm saying? Like with the content that we put together when it comes to these battles,
tap in.
You know, tap in for
Let's
real.
partner.
For real.
Sponsor.
Something, you know what I'm saying? Just don't let it become a situation where when keeping it real goes so wrong.
I gotta dive in right now. But you're saying this, right? So because so John the Don had he had a partner named Slick Will.
Slick Will.
Yeah, Slick Will. So no disrespect. I'm just saying. You know the comments. You know
that's our guy, John the Don.
Of course, no. But I'm saying Slick Will the name because as soon as I went into the comments, so Hip Hop Is Real interviewed him. Mm-hmm. So him and John the Don ain't talked for like a year, or they talk less. So they known each other for 20 years.
20.
Yeah, but then basically at some point before the Cassidy battle, allegedly,
something happened with the Cassidy battle. Cassidy didn't battle, right?
He didn't battle. So before the Cassidy versus, and what time are we at right now? Time saying 8:13. So before the Cassidy and John the Don battle that didn't take place, unfortunately. Right. There somehow Slick Will and John started kind of like separating. Or basically Slick Will was dealing with some other. This is the Hip Hop Is Real interview. You can go check it out yourself. And
check it out.
He basically was like, look, you handle Bullpen. I'm dealing with some other things right now.
Right.
So allegedly, right before the battle, he was hands off because he was dealing with some other stuff. So he didn't know what was going on.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. So now.
Disclaimer.
So now, boom. So now, all of a sudden, Cassidy don't show up, and you remember the whole thing was like, Cassidy was sick.
So it was a setup?
Slick Will was like, he too thought.
Was
Cassidy,
it a setup?
I don't understand because Slick Will was like, he thought
it's getting fishy.
He said Cassidy wasn't gonna show up.
Okay.
No, he thought Cassidy was gonna show up.
He said Cassidy wasn't gonna show up.
Did
he say Cassidy?
But this is what I'm saying.
Did he say Cassidy?
But this is exactly how the interview sounded because he said he wasn't gonna show up. Then he said he was hoping he would show up.
Hello, so he knew something. Now the moment
he was in contact with the guy. But
who was in contact?
Slick Will. So when I went down in the comments, they was like,
Will sound like he's pretty slick.
That's what I said.
Will sound like
that's not what I said. That's what the comments said. The comments was like, yo,
it sound pretty
what
slick.
What you think you gonna get with a guy named Slick Will? But either which way, so now all of a sudden, here's another one. Another one is that all of a sudden the footage is on Tubi. The battles, all the battle footage, and nobody don't know. John the Don, Slick Will. Nobody don't know how the footage got on Tubi.
Who's getting paid?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
you gotta follow.
Somebody
said follow the money, right? So nobody knows. So nobody knows how the footage.
Somebody getting paid.
That's what I'm saying.
Who's cashing the checks?
I don't know.
Let's get to that.
Somebody, hey yo, shouts out to Zip with the drip.
Somebody get Zip with the Zip. Be finding out shit.
He definitely do.
Zip be finding out what's going on. Somebody get to Zip, man. Find out what's really going on, man.
He definitely do.
He's like, I don't know. He got that pit cat that he got. I don't know.
And listen. Also, we gotta put our disclaimer too. I'm gonna make sure I put this in the front that the views and opinions of Denta and myself don't necessarily reflect the views of Mike Check War. That's
that's a fact because I didn't know what was going on. I just
want to
found
make
out.
sure. I just want to make sure.
And listen, I just found out how many years today?
I'm today years old.
Today, I'm
exactly.
a couple of minutes years old finding out about Will.
But it's
and his name was
me
Slick.
either. I ain't never know about dude either. So, but then guess what? There was another guy. This guy though. You may have known. I don't know if you remember the situation.
Another guy.
So it's a guy named Chris Petty.
He's petty.
Yeah. So hold on. So basically, shouts out to Battle Rap Facts or Battle Facts.
Battle Facts.
That basically had Chris Petty on the show last night. They streamed it.
Okay.
And basically, Chris Petty was supposed to be an owner. He used to own Atlanta Battle Rap.
Yeah. With the what's her name?
He was also managing Chef Trez. Miss NYC. Exactly.
Yeah, Miss NYC.
So Atlanta Battle Rap. He used to be an owner with her. Right.
Okay.
I don't know what happened with that too.
Right.
That was because I heard there was some situations with that too.
It's expensive to do these things.
It definitely is, man.
I ain't gonna act like it ain't.
I just know that me and Chris Petty, it wasn't the greatest when I was booking Chef Trez. It was something about booking Chef Trez around our first found out New World Order 3.
Right.
But either which way, he was managing Chef Trez at some point. We didn't have the best interaction, but still shouts out to him because Atlanta Battle Rap put on for the city of Atlanta.
For sure.
You know, bringing up
Miss NY
and breeding.
She was dope. Miss NYC was dope,
definitely shouts out to Miss NYC.
She was dope.
Exactly, because they was definitely a breeding ground for a lot of new MCs to come do their thing.
Facts.
So and shouts out to So Severe, who was
Blow,
doing
that
this
was
thing.
another one, right?
Yeah, Milltown Blow. That was Spit That Heat. Shouts out
that
to
heat. That's where your man came
from. Which one? Chef Trez. Facts. So now check this out. So your man was, after all these battles, this is something that I found interesting. He was like, basically they was already planning to shut down anyway.
Who?
Bullpen. This is what Slick Will said.
That dude.
Because basically, so Slick Will was like, look, we was already planning on shutting down. We had a great 2024, and this was supposed to be the end game. That was the name of the battle. End game. There was like, there's supposed to be this build up to the end of 2024.
Okay, but it's called End Game.
And it's called End Game.
Okay.
And basically, they were supposed to
hold up. John knew then.
Cap it off.
No,
you mean Slick Will knew?
No. John knew.
John knew. Of course, John is never saying nothing about nothing. You must have called. Slick Will is the one saying that I fell back. Allegedly, right before the Cassidy battle, I fell back from Bullpen.
But who named it End Game?
I'm saying John and Don. This is everything is John.
I don't know Slick. I know John.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm on John's side. I don't care what. Listen, I ain't never messed.
Shouts out to John.
I'm on John's side.
Shouts out to John.
That's why I dapped him out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. His crew was a bunch of tall dudes.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Slick Will might have been with them. I don't know. When he battled Reggie P at the gym. So either which way.
I know John.
So either which way, Slick Will is saying that, man, Slick Will is like, they did everything. So they was already bringing it to a close. Okay. Because they felt like they did everything.
All right.
And I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know about y'all, but MC War, we just getting started.
Man.
We ain't even start yet.
The kitchen just got hot.
We 23 years in. And we ain't even start yet.
The kitchen just got hot.
They just started.
The
world just caught on to what we was talking about 20 years ago.
Shouts out to Dame.
Come on, man. Shouts out. Yeah, definitely shouts out to Dame. DH Baby. Now, listen.
Baby.
We just
he put a song to that kid, that vegetable guy. What's his name?
Casey Veggies. Yeah. That's the whole. They all part of that. He's part of the Tyler the Creator group.
That's what I'm saying.
I
never knew about Casey.
But I never knew about either. I ain't really. That's a fact. So either which way, the point is that, bro, we just getting started.
Like, when you cook it in the kitchen. And the kitchen get hot at a particular point, but you was in the kitchen for a minute.
You know what that is? That's what what happens is you run out of recipes. Because if you ain't the cook, you ain't got this. You ain't really the cook chefing it up. I'm just saying. You run out of what you copy it.
Don't make me.
I'm just saying.
And what I eat because don't make you. I just know we in the kitchen.
That's why I like to do an original format. I like our platform. I like our format. Because we ain't copy paste nothing nobody did. Every time we do something is based on originality because we come from that school. Yes, I know. I know that Picasso said good artists copy, great artists steal.
Right.
And I want to say that what's after great? Because that's where MC War is at. Because we
After
don't compete, we create.
Yeah, we create.
You know what I'm talking about?
Compete, we create.
we don't compete.
See?
Shouts out
That's the bars
to
that
Dr. Malachi York. That's from The Strangest Secret. His version of The Strangest Secret, because see, you won't hear that in Earl Nightingale's version. You know that, right? Huh? Have you heard Earl Nightingale's version?
Nah.
You won't hear that part. So all the people that say that was copied,
plagiarized,
it wasn't.
Nah.
I mean, of course it was. First of all, it's universal information anyway. But okay, let's continue. So either which way, so
that was a bar. You don't copy. We don't
compete. We create, man. That's what we do,
that's
man.
A bar.
Yeah, man. We don't compete. We create. So yeah. So either which way, so Chris Petty, there was a fight. So yeah. So I guess
they threw hands.
Yeah. So Chris Petty even said himself.
Hold on, who threw hands? Slick or Petty?
I don't know, but Chris Petty said that he didn't get knocked out by the punch. It was when his head hit the curb.
My man, you got knocked out.
This what I'm saying. He didn't get knocked out by the punch.
Hey, listen. You got knocked out.
I don't want.
Listen.
Listen. This is Slick Will that put all this information out,
Oh.
and Chris Petty had to respond because.
But who swung?
I don't know. All I know is that Chris Petty is saying that it wasn't the punch that knocked him out. It was when his head hit the curb. So now, either which way,
my man,
so there
gravity.
was an altercation.
What I know is gravity and velocity are too disrespectful.
Yeah.
You can't communicate. You can't convey or explain velocity and gravity once you get hit. You know what I'm saying? Who's to know?
Yeah, but either which way.
This motion. This is the motion right now.
Either which way, there's an altercation. They did some free event. Chris Petty was supposed to become a partner. The altercation happens in 2016. The partnership, the potential partnership ends. It dies.
And this is Slick talking.
This is both them because Slick goes first on Hip Hop Is Real.
Shout out to Hip Hop Is Real.
And then Chris Petty comes back on Battle Facts to tell his side of the story.
Battle Facts.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. Battle Facts.
Me too.
Like
me too.
That's a dope brand.
Yeah. So either which way, I wanted to talk about it because what's happening right now with Cassidy and Easy the Block Captain, I guess it's being uncovered, all the things that took place. So there's still a lot of people complaining about not getting their money back.
How you going to battle Easy the Block Captain? Did John battle Easy the Block Captain?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. But yeah, either which way, But so right now, basically they're trying to clarify it because Cassidy's back in the news. So people are like, yo, whatever happened to my pay-per-view? But all I know is that
somebody got paid. Rich.
I don't know. All I know, but Smack is still. I said Smack. I brought Smack in because John is still doing his thing. He just battled Swamp. You know what I'm saying? He's collaborating on content with Smack releases content.
Got it.
I guess Loso, because Loso came out of Bullpen.
Okay.
And he braided him over into URL.
So my question
and other leagues, because Loso battled in other leagues.
The question is,
and they're collaborating on the content because they shared it on Instagram, and it was John Adon and URL.
But the question is,
right?
Is Bullpen okay?
Bullpen was administratively dissolved some years ago, according to Slick Will. But the trademark, but he said don't try nothing. He said don't try nothing because I guess the trademark is owned by.
Play with that dude if you want. He's telling you don't play with me, man. He just said, don't play with me, man. Yo,
yeah, he definitely said it. I don't want no problem.
Listen. I don't want no smoke. Said he like, look,
I don't want no smoke.
He said, yo, don't play with me, man. I got this.
I don't want no smoke.
You gotta wake up early You gotta wake up early in the morning messing with me, man.
Early.
That dude slick, man.
So yeah, man. So outside of that, man,
outside of that, Mayweather got me kind of confused, man.
With the Israel, he's an Israelite.
Man, they don't.
Go ahead. I got you because I got one. It's debatable. I got one. Go. I'm ready.
I'm just saying, how Mayweather gonna stand there at this event and say that he is now 100% Jewish? Like, you can't be Jewish. You're either a Jew or you're not. But okay, so let's say it like this.
It's a good one. If I actually never heard that one before.
I'm just bars, right?
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Like I'm,
yeah.
Big Chuck.
Devilish.
No. Hey, yo,
devilish.
Big Chuck. Okay. Anyway,
devilish, Jewish. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, how you going to say you with 100%? I'm with the Jews that point blank period. Right. But this is coming off of the forecast of, you know, your tax evasion in 2015, IRS. You know what I'm saying? IRS was on you. You follow what I'm saying? It was on you. They caught you in the foul. You know what I'm saying? They caught you in the flagrant foul. Blow the whip.
I didn't know
Caught
that.
him. You know what I'm saying? Like on the Manhattan buildings, real estate.
Oh yeah,
the Business Insider. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, basically like he was lying that he about owning the Manhattan real estate, what have you, and got caught. You know, he got caught lying. You follow what I'm saying? And basically,
I do remember that.
With all that going on, it becomes a situation where now, you know, because you know the Jews or Ashkenazim
and the Sephardim
and the Sephardim are the ones that owns the IRS. Like these are the people that between the federal government, the IRS, right, and the Queen, these are the
That's a fact.
These are the institutions that existed. They are their own entity.
And the Federal Reserve.
Outside.
And the Federal Reserve.
The federal government, which is the Federal Reserve.
No, that's totally different than the federal government. Federal government, Federal Reserve.
Put me on.
IRS, the Federal Reserve. Remember, they got their own governors. It's a whole nother separate entity. Everybody wants to see the Federal Reserve. Even Trump wants to see the Federal Reserve, but they're so powerful,
right?
Because, you know, money is getting pushed in by like the Rothschilds and all these other different people that make money to lend by lending the U.S. government money.
Right. Yeah. So my point was saying the federal government, the Federal Reserve, the IRS are its own entity outside of the U.S. government.
Right.
So now when the IRS is on you, that's a separate entity outside of the federal government and the Federal Reserve. So now they got him as the poster child, like, you know, go say this and go say that. But I remember seeing this particular interview, not an interview, a particular secret meeting, right? That these different high society Jewish people with influence was talking about how, you know, African Americans are the problem.
I remember that. I remember that.
And again, I'm not saying nothing. All I'm saying is this: that, you know, if we're the problem, and now Floyd Mayweather is the poster child for whatever y'all promoting, where does that fit?
Don't you think that's a good thing? That's a good thing that he's doing, even though. First of all, it's debatable because
I told you I'm confused.
Isn't the original Jews black?
Facts.
Okay, so
13 tribes.
So
12 tribes.
So
13
is he 12 tribes of Judah?
Not 13.
Isn't he a Jew? A black? Isn't he one of the original Jews? The
lost tribe,
Judah. All right. So if that's the case,
I told you I was confused.
He's like, yo, I'm Jewish. You know what I'm talking about?
Listen, man.
Now,
I'm not only am I Jewish, leave me alone.
Right.
And I got your back 100%. Listen,
I'm with you.
I got your back 100%. Whatever went on, you let bygones be bygones. You know what I'm saying? Listen, who I gotta pay?
Right.
I'll take care of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then now, you know.
But the only thing is you don't want to pay with your soul, because what is it? What is a man to gain the world but to lose his soul? You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know, you know, but you know what? We in a time right now where we're going to know. Because right now, every platform, you got people, like, you know, is no more hiding what's going on when it comes to the physical, the spiritual, the soul. You got people talking. I mean, even platforms. Look at NLE Choppa. NLE Choppa. Shouts out to NLE Choppa.
I think
talking about the difference between.
I think Kirk Franklin was confused. I think NLE Choppa hit Kirk Franklin so hard, Kirk Franklin couldn't say nothing.
Come on, man.
And
it's facts.
And the dude that got caught with the white chick. What was his name?
Which one?
Jonathan. The guy from the superhero dude that got caught with the white chick.
Yeah. I remember him. I forget his name though.
Yeah, but that guy, right, was like, do you read the Bible?
Right.
And then
Jonathan Majors or whatever. Got you.
Like,
that was who that was?
Yeah.
Got it.
Do you read the Bible?
No, do you read the Bible?
My man.
Do you read the Bible?
He
even said on, and shouts out to Zip with the Drip, because Zip with the Drip brought up, because Zip with the Drip is Muslim, so he starts talking about Jesus, and he starts talking about when he was on the cross. He even said, Laba Sabachthani, what he said, you know.
Eli, Laba Sabachthani.
Yeah, you know, why have you forsaken God? Why haven't you?
My God,
why have you forsaken me? So
my God, why have you forsaken me?
He was also talking about his father. So
Right,
therefore,
right.
yo, great shouts out to NLE Choppa. Basically, it seemed like it was a debate, and he was separating the fact that there's a difference between Jesus and his father. And to me, that's just going into the fact that all these different doors are opening, and it could be the Hadron Collider part of it. You know what I'm talking about? Well, it's also part of the cycle, the alignment.
I mean, what did he
you know
say?
What I'm talking about?
Hold on,
right.
what did he say?
But why am I saying the Hadron Collider? Because you got all this different stuff, all these different energies coming into the planet, right? Naturally and unnaturally. Naturally was the alignments, right? With us coming into the sun cycle and around the year 2000, right? And you basically equinox, and basically the same way the Earth goes around the sun, 365 days. You got the entire galaxy that goes around another galactical point, which takes 24,000 years. And the same way you have growth and death cycles in a year, you have growth and death cycles in the equinox, which they either call gold and silver cycles or sun and moon cycles. And we were in a 6,000 year moon cycle and just came into the sun cycle. And with us coming into the sun cycle, all these doors, and also what they call the Aquarian age, all this information started. And remember, the last one was Piscean. That's why Jesus was symbolic of the fish. They would show him, you would see the fish because it was the Piscean age. But now we're in the Aquarian age, and you're dealing with all wireless, all information,
right.
So that's the natural way that the planet is being upgraded, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. And again, shouts out Free Dr. York, freedryork.com.
He will come home.
And he was the one introducing this 30, 40 years ago, still teaching now.
Before YouTube.
And so now what happens is, but then you got the Hadron Collider, which is the unnatural version, opening up black holes and allowing all sorts of energy into the planet. So now, man, when you talk about spiritual war, man, we about to see it right now.
Psychic self-defense. But real quick before you, while you looking for that?
No, I'm done.
Okay, because what happens is, what did he say that was wrong? He said, basically, NLE Choppa, shouts out to him, you know what I'm saying? And he basically said to him, to the group that was sitting down, the round table, was like, yo, look, the one thing I don't like, you know what I'm saying? How do y'all worship Jesus when y'all should be looking at him as a brother, you know what I'm saying, and not worshiping the Father, the Most High. I mean, the God. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't it be that Jesus is our brother and God? That differentiation.
Exactly.
Why is that made? And that goes to honoring your father, honoring that mother. And then your man Kirk Franklin was just left that off, but the dude said what he said, but then. When you go to John 20:17, right before John chapter 20, verse 17, right before Mary Magdalene, right before Jesus ascend, he says to Mary Magdalene, his wife, right? He says to Mary Magdalene, how's his wife? Well, shoot, the only person that could see you in your naked...
In Jewish culture, because he was a Jew.
In your nakedness is your...
No, at the time of death.
And the only person that can see you in your nakedness, right, is either your mother or your wife. So during that time when he was crucified, right, or dead.
Well, no, it's the body, then, sir. It's when you're dead. When you're viewing the body of a dead in Jewish culture, when you die. No women can come to the body but the mother or the wife. Because at that time you're supposed to have been dead. But I understand you saying naked, but I'm saying dead.
We could connect that together,
right?
Because that's what happened. But the fact was, the only person that could see your naked body is either your mother or your wife. In this case, right, Mary Magdalene, she was able to view his deceased body in the cave. So the fact that she was able to view his deceased body in the cave, it was only between the mother
and
the wife.
Are the only ones that can see the
both of them
body.
In this case,
immediately after death. Go ahead.
In this case, the both of them came and viewed the body at the same time.
Right.
Now, while she was in the garden, she noticed a man, and the man that she saw there in the garden in John chapter 20, verse 17, it explained that Jesus said, I am about to leave and go to my Father, your Father, my God, your God. So right there, he makes a differentiation.
Right.
That
People don't read, man.
That my God I'm going to is also your God.
Facts.
My Father that I'm going to is also your Father.
Right.
That's a differentiation that's made right there. You follow what I'm saying? And then there's another, Matthew 28:39, which is the verse you was talking about when it says, my God, he's crying.
Right.
The disciples over there, you know what I'm saying?
Why have you forsaken me?
My God, let this cup pass.
Oh, no, that's different. But cup passed by me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different than when he was on the cross. You're right.
On the cross, that's when he said, my God, why have you forsaken me?
Right.
But
when he asked for the cup to pass by him, that was inside the garden.
That's Matthew 26:39.
Right.
And it lets you know that right then and there, there's a differentiation that's made again between him and the Father.
Again.
And basically, he's just saying, like, yo, if that's the case, shouldn't Jesus be our brother?
Right.
Shouldn't that be our brother? Why are we making him God? Why are we making Jesus God when in the Bible there's a differentiation between Jesus and God and Jesus himself? He's saying that that's my Father as well as your Father. That's my God as well as your God.
There you go.
So if that's in the Bible, why not say what's in the Bible and stick to what's in the Bible versus making it your own interpretation and teaching these young kids that don't know nothing. Right. Because a lot of people don't I'm not reading it. I'm just gonna go by what you say. Right. You driving the bus, I'm sitting down, I'm going with you. And it's just not a good look. So shouts out to NLE Choppa for putting that out, because by you having such an influence and by you having such a gathering of people that follow you by way of your influence, you're able to bring such a topic up. That's right. A fact. In order to make people think, at the very least, does it make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. If you got the Son and then you got the Father, then the Son is also our brother. Because
we are children of the same Father.
So there you have it.
It's debatable.
Debatable.